Hey guys, it's Mr. Howard, and today I'm going to tell you about a cool app called Nearpod. Nearpod is a presentation tool, but it's so much more than that because it's got a bunch of student activities that it comes equipped with. It's a flipped learning tool. It's got synchronous and asynchronous ways that you can push it out to students. So I could tell you all about it, but the easiest way would be to look at it. So nearpod.com is where you're going to want to go. Um, when you get here, it's got a busy website, so you'll immediately know that you're there. You'll want to click Create a Free Teacher Account, the blue button. And we love Nearpod because it works with Google. So you want to click that G and click your account. I already have an Nearpod account, so it's going to take me into my dashboard, but you might have to give it a few more permissions the first time that you get logged in. All right. Well, I already had a lesson started. Get out of there. So the first time you log in, you'll actually come to a page that looks like this. It's your dashboard. You should have Library, Explore, Join, Create Reports. Library is your lessons. You will have 0 right now. Explore is where you can look at lessons other people have made. Join is where you can join a Nearpod lesson. Create is where you can make your own lesson. And Reports is where you can look at the data from what your students have completed inside of Nearpod. So I just want to show you what Nearpod is, first of all. So I'm going to go to my library, and I'm going to open up this lesson called Meet Nearpod. Make a live lesson. So to give you an idea of what Nearpod is, I'm actually going to join this lesson so I can illustrate it a little bit better. VFSJT. Should have put this on webcam so you could see this. So I'm joining my own lesson. Let's have JHow. All right. In. Okay, so whenever you start a lesson, you'll get a code like this. You just have to have your kids go to Nearpod and put in this pin code. They don't need accounts. They don't need. You can create that and set it up like here with Google Classroom, but you don't have to do that. You can. But you can also just have kids go in without login. So this is why it really works well with little ones too who don't do great with passwords. You'll see that I have a little 1 up here. This is because I have a student, which is me. I'm on this on my phone. So what's cool about this is that as you go through the slides of your lesson, the students are going to see exactly what you're doing. So as I flip a lesson slide, their computer is going to flip a lesson slide, and so on and so forth. So as I'm teaching and I'm ready to go on, I know that every kid's with me, and I can wait until we're all ready, etc., etc. The thing that makes this cool, though, is that you have these activities that are integrated into it. And so as soon as I go to this lesson, on my phone pops up this activity thing that I have to do. And the question says, show us how you feel about integrating tech in your classroom. So like I'm super pumped about that. So I'm going to draw the way that that makes me feel. And so students will have access to like some drawing tools for this activity. All right, so ooh, this guy is not very good looking. Okay, and I will submit this. All right, so I drew my picture and I'm sending it, and so you'll see it's loading up here, and so that's the picture that I drew. And I click on that. So you can imagine if you have all your kids go through, and oh boy, it looks like we went a little wild on the Kool-Aid. While you have a whole group of kids working on this, you can click through and see every kid's response, and that's really cool. Let's say you see one that's particularly great, you click share, and it's going to jump that out to all of your kids, and then they are going to also get to see that picture because at first blush they don't have access to each other's work. You can actually share that out though. Okay, so we're going to move on and keep going through. So here's an example. You can integrate a video or a something that you've recorded audio in that students that will see as you go push through it. Here's another example of this is like a little slideshow that you can include for students to click through. And so this is kind of showing you what this class does with their Nearpod. So here's another activity. So this one says, which mobile devices are you and your students using? And so I could get on here with my phone, and answer this question. And I'll say, at our school we use PC and Chromebook in on here. So we'll just answer that. And so if you wanted to do like a poll like this, I have my response from the student, and then the data pops up over here. And that's another thing you can share out to your class. It does integrate Google Drive and YouTube and all those kind of things. Let's get through here and try to show you one more activity that you can do with your kids. This is going to be a YouTube, or this is actually on Vimeo, but I can put this up here, and then when I hit play, my students are also going to be seeing this. Move through this. And so that's basically how Nearpod works. You're going to have your kids have a captive audience where they're seeing exactly what you're seeing, but you do have the option of making this asynchronous. So if you want your kids to work on this at home, you can then share out the lesson and have students work through it at their own pace. So that's Nearpod. It has all those activities built into your lesson. So think of like if you had a Google slide that had a quiz built in and a matching activity built in and YouTube videos popped in there and all that kind of stuff. It's just a really versatile tool that you can use in a lot of ways. So hopefully you will continue on with us, and we can learn more about how to create lessons with it next.